Oh, hi there everyone. And for the Aussies, good day. Hi Aussies, stay up there. I'm doing somewhat of a recap episode. It's December and I like to show you what I have done up till now. So it's almost end of the year and yeah, I'm ready for track. Very excited. And I'm looking down the layout with some track on it. It's still loosey, but that will change soon. So, cheers! Almost the holidays, so I brought a nice Christmas tree. But what I have here is the switch I showed you last episode, and it will be placed here right after this. I made this week. You can see a small part of it. It's the bridge box, the bridge to this episode, remember? The track will be around here, right after the bridge box. And there will be, we'll put this against the graffiti wall. Someone was asking about the graffiti wall. These are just mock-ups, nothing special. I was testing how my acrylic markers worked on a piece of faller wall that I still had. But to be honest, it's very difficult to use the acrylic markers on that because of the, how do you call these? In between the bricks. You have these edges of the bricks and the bricks have a pattern on them. I hope you can see it. A sort of brick pattern on them. And that's why I can't use the acrylic pencils like I want. But, well, it's just a test. Let's put the switch up here.
Or a divergent core selection device mechanism 2-stage track component.
And then on the yard, this is the Holland yard. I have two tracks. One coming straight from the main line, from the layout, that way. And the other one will be connected to the switch. Oh, and I also have these. Southdown was talking about these and he used this on his layout. These, at this point I realize I don't even know your name, but the guy from the Southdown switching layout, one of my favorite channels to watch, he recommended this. He's using them himself, and these are Caboose Industries N-scale ground throws. The smallest one.
It's so big.
I hope it will work. I will test this out for a hand throw for this switch. I've got to solder some wires to the track so I can lay them down, and after that I can move on to the bridge, but I'll show you that later on. Section 2, the bridge box. I made this week and the crew is already checking out if it's within NMRA standards. I have an Atlas through girder bridge on here as a mock-up, just to test out how it will look like. And the yard track is coming from over here. Oops, there goes graffiti. I'm still busy with the graffitis, as you can see. But the yard track is over here where Steve is checking out the rail code, because this is code 100. The bridge track is code 83. And the track that will be on here, where Mike is standing, will be code 70. Let me show you that. I already prepared a piece of flex track that will be extended on the layout on this part with Warren's best friend, Matt. Matt Medium, that's Warren's best friend. And I do like it a lot. It works really well for ballasting track and all other kinds of things, but I will get back to that. Warren, Matt, Mike, Lucy, Roxy, Steve, and me. I hope they will soon finish it. You already saw the pictures of how it somewhat should look like when it's finished, so the track that came with the bridge is very nice, I think. It has these girder rails in the middle of it, and even the wood detailing, the grains are very fine, so whoops, will be nice when finished probably. Oh, sorry, Steve, I knocked you over. There you go. Let's move on to the layout, because this will extend to the main line on the layout, and that's why I made these nice notches so everything is flush over here where Mike is standing. And I will glue the track down to these abutments. I don't know, what do you call them? Abutments. And I will glue them also to the edge, to the rim of the bridge section, and hopefully I will be able to lift this out later on, because I still have to mount the fascia onto this. So it will be Holland Yard white, bridge section gray, fascia black, and we'll move on to the layout. From the bridge box to the actual layout. Not much has happened here yet. A little track bed. You already saw that. The starter set, my own starter set. And Warren protecting his candy. Well, that's sturdy. A camel can sit on this. And oh, look. The dioramas, my first diorama, and the one I should work on now, because I already have 90 subscribers, and this is for the 100th subscriber, so I gotta keep going. I already added some ballast on here, just a little, not too much. It's a base layer, same as the coffee. Someone asked me about the coffee. I've been using grounded and dried coffee for a long time, and always with good results, and it never gave me any problems. Unless it's good dried coffee, espresso, not a big mug. So I'll be working on this for a bit. Here is my coffee. By the way, I think coffee has some great weathering properties. It's not that tough. Let's do this side first. Here the wall will come here later on, so I have to keep in mind that I keep a spot open to place the wall. Some neat lines of wood glue, a brush, an old brush. Spread it. I like this movement a lot more than streaking. It gives a more natural course of glue, I think. Like
Do what you like. If you like streaking, try that. I don't know. I spray it with a little water, H2O, not alcohol. And then I just get some grounded coffee and sprinkle it in there. A bit more than you like. I can shake the excess off later, no problem. So I'll just fill it up now. Later on you can paint the grounded coffee if you like. I painted this a little bit darker with the paint from the ties. Same as in nature. Well, spread it a little in the corner. In the grass. As I said, the brown ballast is just the base layer. Oh, I have to clean my brush, so I'll be back in a second. Okay, I'm back. I brought a ruler and a marker to mark where the wall will be. Let's dry this up. The wall is just over 4 inches. Symmetric with the corner, aligned with the track. Over 4 inches. So 13, or I think. Somewhat over here. And now I can do this side as well. I think it's way better if I turn it around. Sometimes somewhat like that. I also have this. It's a mix from grounded coffee, and these are roots and small twigs, very small twigs, and I crush them up and mix them with some coffee, and sometimes even a couple of ground covers from different brands, just to get some variations in it. But we'll use that later on. For now, it's just coffee. I can throw a bit over there if you want to see what happens. It looks like this. And the nice thing of coffee, it smells great, I think. I think the color of the mix is a little bit more natural than basic grounded coffee. But as I said, it's just the base layer. Most of it you won't see anyways after all. Well, I think it's enough. I spread it, more than enough. There we go. And now I have to let it dry for not too long. It's wood glue with water, so it will dry fast with grounded coffee. Turn it back around and let's wait. No, we got other things to do, but in the meantime this will dry and I will put it over there with the wall. So see you next time.
Oh, this is my sanding block. I use that with some piece of sanding paper, of course. And I sand these rail beds down. Nice and smooth. Nice and smooth. Back with the brand new sound. That's why I also made this. It's a small block with a 45-degree angle. And I covered it all in a gloss finish. Gloss varnish finish. Maybe you can see it. It's a little shiny. And I do that because now it slides. And if it slides, you can use it to bevel the edges of the road bed. Just one of those things I invent to make things easier. I already showed you this. It's to get the top layer from the rail, just a piece of plastic, sanding paper. All these handy things. You can make them by yourself. Nothing special, nothing fancy. This is fancy stuff. It's pricey, it's fancy, but it works very well. Not sponsored yet. Boomer?
Okay, so much for the grounded coffee. I knocked the excess off and now it looks like this. And I think that gives a nice base layer for adding ballast or adding ground cover or grass or whatever. And I think it's better than paint. I've also painted the base black. That's the first step. It's not zooming in. Nope. Oh, here we go. But after those first steps of painting and adding some coffee, the rest will follow. I will be adding more tufts and more grass and then a new layer of ballast, but you will see that next episode. Last shot of this, and then I will go on making the bridge and laying some flex track so we can run this loco. Hope you see me soon. F2 horn. Oh my god. Ooh, that's a hard bell. Nice bell though. Let's shut it off because otherwise you can't hear me anymore.